Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. Today we are jumping back into our world. If you missed our last live stream of this a week or so ago, it's going to look a little bit different. We've made some progress, and we'll be doing kind of a different thing today. So first off, let's take this off of peaceful. We were on peaceful because we were trying to get some major renovations and different things done on the outside, but now that those are primarily done, we want to make sure that we are not cheaping out here and that we are still playing as we should be. So first things first, let's go ahead and make ourselves some equipment that we're going to need here to go underground, and really that's it. We have a crafting table with us. I'm going to take the bucket just in case. And you know what? Let's take some ladders, because you never know when you'll need to climb out of a stressful situation. I'm just adjusting my volume and stuff here. Just let me know if the game audio is too loud. Just trying to get a good mix here, a good mix. So, first things first. Things look a lot flatter out there, don't they? So we have successfully chopped down all of the trees in our walled off area, and we have began construction of the giant barrier wall. Now, some parts are still going to require us to do some more work, and we're still going to need to light the area up as well, but that's our to kick things off correctly. So we're going to go ahead and sleep, and then we're going to explore some of the areas in this protected area. I believe there are a couple different cave outlets that we might have access to, and we're going to take a look at those. So obviously the very first one is there, and that's going to lead us all the way down to the bottom of the world. But that's more so later on content, right? We're not very well equipped to deal with the warden just yet, but that will be something that we eventually do. Be sure to be subscribed for that, because that's just a very entertaining thing, whether I am successful and kill it or whether I die a comically tragic death. Either way, it's funny for you. So we're going to come over to our backside, actually, and this is most likely where we're going to see some caves forming inside of this protective wall. So we got one right here, and let's just take a gander. Looks pretty solid. We're going to try to make... I meant to make a shovel, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and make a little staircase down. We'll just make that right here. Okay, so now that we have our staircase, we'll go ahead and light some of this stuff up. And we got a skeleton coming at us here. We don't have anything to build up to defend ourselves with, so we're just going to kind of run right at him, which is not often the best strategy. You kind of want to have some cover when dealing with skeletons, because they have been changed quite a bit over the course of the game. Oh, this will actually lead us outside of our protected area. That's very interesting. Okay, good to know. So we're going to kind of just dispatch this guy here. There we go. And because we have certain world settings, they don't break the blocks, because I just figure, you know, this is for not only your enjoyment, but mine as well. And I just prefer they don't break all the blocks, right? Just makes things a little bit better. So we're going to at least light up this small-ish area, because we have plenty of coal and stuff with us. We're going to kind of just symbolize our expansion a little bit. And then we'll come back and plug this up a little bit later. For right now, I want to get to going deeper in. So we'll kind of go that way first, I think. One thing that I realized we forgot, of course, is we forgot food. Yeah, rookie mistake. So we'll see how far we get without it. Kind of just going along a one-way path here. Not really expecting too much. We got some of this stuff. I'm going to try to at least break all of it here just so that I don't have to deal with it later. There are some cool structures, and I believe there's a whole way to like have infinite water or something when you put a water source block above it and then it drips down. We're not really going to do that here. Okay, so we hit the end of this cave. That's fine, right? We can always dig around or try to expand it a little bit. Long term, of course, we would have entire productions going on down here, right? This would form sort of a underground of our main stronghold mountain. So we'll get creative as time goes on and as you all progress with me along this Minecraft journey. Like I've talked about in previous episodes, it's always hard to have a long-term Minecraft world. You always hit a certain point where you just don't want to play the world anymore. You just want to start off somewhere new. So I'm hoping with how I've developed and designed my establishment, my territory, and the fact that it's on 0, is I can just make that decision, go off somewhere, 100,000 blocks in any direction, and just have a, quote, restart moment, right? And then maybe I connect that back to the main base. And so over time, it can sort of grow organically like that. And because we've had so many updates in this game over the years, there's always going to be new things for us to do. Obviously, also, we try to have more of a chill, sort of calm vibe here, feeling here, especially with just basic exploration. So if that's something that you're really on board with, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button and you'll be notified about other episodes, not only of Minecraft, but other games that come out as well. I mention that because oftentimes we forget to do that. We find a video we really like, we hit the like button, and we just click off of it. We don't engage with it any further because we're like, oh, we just liked it, you know? There have been channels that I've watched dozens of videos from that I'm still not subscribed to. And so just wanting to kind of do you a solid and make sure you don't make that same little oversight, right? We always want to be supporting the content that we enjoy, and those analytics are ways that we do that. So just sort of collecting all of the different minerals that we have in this particular cave to sort of symbolize that this is our territory now, right? Everything inside these walls is ours. It's like the scene from Lion King, everything that the light touches, except it's a wall. And hey, in Minecraft, walls are pretty effective. Not so much in the real world, but that's a conversation for another day. So go ahead and light up more of this area. And because we have extra coal, we might as well just make some more torches, guys. Let's just go ahead and do that. That way, we have additional torches to light up the rest of the cave. So we've got what might be a couple different branches. Let me go ahead and just go down here. And maybe this is an easy one that we can eliminate. Yes, it is. Okay. So we'll collect those, and then we'll kind of remove a little bit of this here, just to get it out of the way. We can use it for building blocks in other places, of course. Like, for example, I'll fill in here with that, and then we can continue. We got a little bit of an up space, but it doesn't really seem to go anywhere. Again, echoing previous episodes, we're going to ignore copper for right now. There's still not a whole lot of use for it in the game, so we're kind of just going to disregard it. We can always come back to it later, or I can just come collect it off camera. But we're really after the iron and coal and any other minerals that we can find in that time. Hoping that we find something kind of interesting. I like that the cave keeps going. We got these giant stalagmites and stalactites here. Don't ask me what the difference is. Still don't know. Probably never will know. But that's okay. So they kind of form a bit of a barrier right here. So hold on. We're going to backtrack just a little bit. And we're going to make some more pickaxes. Because for a brief moment, we had a problem where we ran out of cobblestone, right? Crazy problem to have. So we're just going to go ahead and make 2 of these pickaxes here. And we're going to leave the crafting table there because we're going to come back this way anyway. So we're going to try to clear out most of this dripstone here because it will eventually impact us negatively if we just leave it here. we might jump on it and take damage, or it might block us from escaping something. If I was worse off or less equipped, I would just kind of leave it as a protective barrier, but that's not really necessary here. We can kind of just keep on cruising through, keep on keeping on, if you will, but being careful to clear it all out just in case. We got some water here as well, so we can kind of just bridge right over that using some of these blocks. And that's interesting. If you fall into the dripstone in the water, you kind of bounce a little bit. Did not know that. Was not aware of that happening. So yeah, we can kind of just bridge over it here. And let me grab one more block of it just to block myself from falling. Oh, we're going to need 2 blocks of it, or maybe 3. That's fine. Just grab 3 more from over here and then just cover all of that up. That way we don't really have a problem with it. We're also on a world that has been edited for where water blocks do not automatically convert to source blocks when you put them next to each other, because we have a whole ocean, right? Instead, lava is going to behave that way. So that'll help us out a little bit later on. And that's the end of this cave. Okay. Now, I'm curious, because there could be water up above us, right? Okay, maybe there's not. That's fine. It happens. So we can go ahead and collect minerals from the rest of this cave, and then we can continue on in a different branch. Okay, so now that we've cleared out all of those things, we did hear one interesting noise. Oh, we did miss some coal here. That's fine. We can just go ahead and grab this block here. And there's going to be some more. Okay, that's fine. We can go ahead and grab a little bit more. Don't want to take up too much time. And there's going to be even more. Eventually, you'll hit a point in Minecraft where you just have so much coal, you don't really know what to do with it. But that'll help us as far as making more glass for some projects we got going on. That's going to be bridges as well as different platforms, because we don't want the ground below us being shrouded in darkness simply because we don't want to fall to our deaths, right? Keeping ourselves alive and making sure stuff doesn't spawn. Win-win. Personally, I like the Minecraft music. I think it's good. Let's see. Was there anything else in this little... I don't think there was. Oh, there was one branch that went out into the brave world. So we can explore that one. So we'll go around this corner and we will see more dripstone. Great. Okay. Love that for us. We got a skelly boy here. So here's a little bit of that strategy I was talking about earlier, right? We're going to build up some walls. And maybe we get to use this dripstone as a wall. We do. That's really cool. I didn't realize you could do that. Wow. Okay. Not getting rid of that one. That was cool. That was very interesting to see happen. Okay. Let's fill in this water just so I don't step in it. More water here. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I like that. But let's go over to this side just to kind of eliminate it here. Pillager. Yep, I hear him now. I didn't know you could face them down here. Oh, look at that. Where are we now? This is the moment that I forget we're on a mountain. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Cool. I really didn't expect that. It's cool to see everything sort of link up together like that. Because I've seen that cave from the outside, but I didn't know how it connected. Okay. Cool. Cool. So, let's go here now. That might be another entrance. We got an ominous bottle. I don't know what that's for. Let's make use of these ladders here. Can I tell you, when these bats were first in the game, I didn't read the patch notes at that time. I just went and played it. They scared me because I didn't know what they were. I was just hearing random screeches, and I was like, what in the world is that? Then I realized it's a bat, and it's like, oh, okay. I just think it's funny to look back on. Oh, okay, so it is more of the outside. Okay, sweet. Learning how it all fits together. So where does this put us? Still on the mountain. Oh, wait. Okay, where's this? Oh, that's... Okay, okay. I know where this is now. So that was part of our wall. That's actually an official entrance I'm going to have. So it's kind of fitting that these caves are here. Okay, sweet. So we'll light this up a little bit. And obviously over time we'll clear out the trees and all that fun jazz. Okay. I'm liking this. I like how complex it all is. And oh, it even goes farther down here. Look at that. And so we could use these as like little branches or outposts or what have you. So that could be really good. Glad I bought the ladders with me. It's just so much. It just looks a little bit better than digging the physical staircases all the time. Like, look at that. That looks much better than making a staircase area. Okay, let's see what else we got down here. Kind of ignoring the minerals just for a moment, just so then we can kind of map it all out. Interesting. Okay, so it ends here. Okay. That's fine. That's fine by me. Yep, there it is. I knew at some point I would hit one of those dripstone blocks and take damage as a result. Called it. Called it. You were here. You heard it. Okay. That's a lot of coal. So this is, after playing this game for so many years, you'd think you'd get tired of it. I'm still not tired of it. It's still great. It's still one of my favorites. Definitely top 10, easily. The really cool part about it is watching younger generations get into it. I sound like an old person when I'm saying that, but people that are much younger than me, whoop. That was bound to happen eventually, right? People that are young enough that I wouldn't necessarily play with, right? People who are like 5 or 10 years younger than me, when they all get into this game, it's interesting to see how they navigate through it in comparison to how I do. I'm always curious about that. Some people just play creative, some people play survival like I do, and it's always interesting to sort of watch all of that unfold. Okay, so I think that's all for this little cave here. I can actually dig through here and get another access point. There we go. No, I can't. I'm a liar, apparently. Can I go through here? Yeah, sweet. Okay. All right. So we came in through here, so we'll go back this way. And got some more iron and stuff. We'll get those later. Not too worried about it. Eventually we'll have plenty of iron, and that'll be a really nice feeling. Okay, so we come back out to here, because I think down there was a way, and then let's see where this goes over here first. Does this go anywhere? This just stays above ground? All right, sweet. That actually works for me. I'm fine with that. Okay. So now we're going to work our way down here. And this should be interesting. We have some ladders with us. So it shouldn't be too difficult. I'm trying to figure out how I want to orient it. Because I would like to wall off this little gap in somewhere in here. Maybe like right here. Let me put the torch so it's on the... Like literally maybe right here. Like this little spot. So in that case, we're going to need to dig... What? 1 block to the left, and then maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we start over there, we don't have to go left. So yeah, let me move that torch up a block, and then let me just start there. Because that can be our ladder down into a passageway, basically. So how many blocks down do I need to go now? I need to go like 8 blocks across, maybe like 10 blocks down? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe like 12. Let's do 12. Let's see where 12 puts me. Because the ladder will go on this side. So now we dig across and we see where we end up. Oh, this is pretty much exactly where I wanted to come out. Sweet. Okay. And then let's make this look a little bit nicer. Voila. Okay. Let's set up the ladders. And then I can go exploring. And then this is going to be dark, possibly by the time I come back. So do that. Oh, it's literally just... Oh, okay. I really thought for 2 seconds that it was going to be that tiny. It's just this. Oh, man, that was a bit of a letdown. Okay. But we must be pretty far down block-wise. I would think at least into the 80s or 70s. So this could be a secondary mine that we have or something. That's fine. It happens, right? You have this whole excitement idea of, oh, I found this new area. And then in reality, it just ends up being something small like this. It happens. It happens. But now we know it's safe, right? We have it lit up. You know, it's part. We can be like, oh, it's part of our territory or whatever. I can put something over it. So then, you know, I'll probably put glass over it, actually. Just so I can still see what's going on above it. And then have that be another entrance, right? Because obviously this isn't the only wall expansion we'll have. I mean, the plan, the long-term plan, right? Back when I played Minecraft on the Xbox 360, you know, a million years ago, the world was limited. I thought to myself, okay, I could have that whole world, right? You could map out that whole world. That is sort of the long-term plan with this, is I just take those dimensions and I just apply it to here instead. Okay, we don't actually have any wood for a door. That was a decent oversight on my part. That's fine. But it is night, so we're going to have to head back, at least to some extent. Head back inside the safety of the wall, at least. And then we can kind of do this another time. All right, and so that was that. So let's see if there's any other things. I don't think there is, at least on this side of the wall. But that was the one I at least was aware of existing. Not sure about any other ones. And as you're walking here, right, I realize, oh, this is so much space to cover with torches as well. So just that base of the explosion is definitely something. Oh, okay, we have another little cave right here. Okay, so let's light this up. Oh, I see some torches already. Huh. Well, that's something. Okay, so this connects directly to that. Maybe I'm seeing like a minecart zooming through here, maybe using that leverage from the fact that it's elevated. Don't know. We'll see. I might not actually do anything with that. I was just kind of trying to come up with something on the fly. That will obviously be its own thing, because that is technically outside of the wall, and I could just dig straight down to get into it. So that'll be a future exploration, as that spider is probably very disappointed in, which is that I would come over there now. But yeah, walking around here without any of the trees now is something pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Let's at least light up some of the wall while we're out here. We're trying to put these torches directly on it, just in case I decide to get rid of the dirt later on. Oh, this skeleton is 100% going to shoot me off the wall. 110%, calling it now. He's absolutely going to shoot me right off the wall. Oh, no, this one will. He missed. I didn't expect him to miss. I 100% just had accepted my fate there. Let's at least light up right there. And then we'll go back inside. I don't actually have food on me, so I'm not going to fight this time. But, yeah. So that was clearing out some of the caves, right? Sort of seeing how things all connect together. Cool update on all the trees being gone. We still have a lot of wood left over from that. So so we're definitely well equipped now as far as that goes. I'm going to try to organize this a little bit. Sort of separate the logs from the actual planks. So that'll do for now. And we have some more cobblestone. Is that what this is? Is this just a fox? I've held this guy here forever, like wondering what he is. Well, he's cute as heck, so he's my new pet, basically. He's safe, you know, from all the creatures outside. And obviously this farm will also be bigger in the future. What I'm envisioning for this is kind of like a farm almost in the sky, or like a vertical farm or something. Probably most likely vertical. Yeah. Most likely vertical. But we'll see. I remember this was probably back when I was still in high school. I had made like a whole 9 set of these squared plots, all in the air with like glass walkways and things like that. It was very, very cool. If I can replicate that, that would be cool. But yeah, I think that's part of the reason why I always stick with this game, is just sort of the memories that I have connected with it. Oh, skeleton. I was like, what is that going to be? So we got some more iron. Let me put the bones in here, arrows in here. I'm going to put the ominous bottle in here. I already had an ominous bottle, so I have 2 ominous bottles. That must have come from the... Yeah, that must have come from the pillagers I killed. That's what they're called. We didn't find any lava, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Here, I'm going to put this up here. It's my little collection of banners. Maybe we make something more formal later on, but that's what we got for now. Let me put the dripstone down here as well, because I do not want to be dealing with that up there. Okay, that's about it. Okay. Another cool thing about this game, some of these music tracks are very new. This one is an OG one. I'm pretty sure this music track has been in the game for as long as I've been playing. I forgot we got 1 diamond. So, we got about a whole stack of iron now. That's cooking right now. So that's good. Because we've got some iron armor, but I would like to just use leather or something for the boots. I'm not really too worried about that. And that's about it. We got to fill in there with glass, and then fill in over there with glass. Both of those. So doing that will be interesting. I'm trying to decide whether I want to have it be even with the wood or a block underneath. We'll have to decide on that as well. So I think that brings us to the end of this Minecraft episode. I hope you all have enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. Again, if you liked what you saw, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you'll be notified not only for new uploads of this, but other games as well. And of course, be sure to hit that bell for notifications, because that's how you actually get notified. Thank you all for joining me, and have a great rest of your day.